If you don't know your why you want to lose weight in 2023, then you are setting yourself up for quitting. Every person that wants to lose weight or probably want to build muscles or whatever the case is, they always know why they are doing so. Hello everyone, my name is Clantus Dumagude and welcome to the clan. So before I get into this video, I just want to share with you that today is my last day of 3-day fasting. Basically, I'm ending it midnight tonight. And immediately after I am done with my 3-day fasting, I'm jumping right into the vegan diet for the next 90 days. So on the 5th of April, that will be my last day as a vegan. However, there's a little bit of a twist this time around, and you are going to find out on the topic that I'll be discussing. So back to the video. If you are a person that perhaps in the past you have exercised or tried to exercise, and after like a week or so you went on top of the scale to check how is your progress, and then you saw that the scale had not moved. That has happened to a lot of us, and that is a demotivator in most cases. This is the reason why some people be like, you know what, this thing is not working, yet I am pumping irons, I am jogging, I am doing the step, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but the scale is just not moving. Why? That means I'm wasting my time, and as a result, you end up quitting. However, I want you to understand that human bodies, they function differently. So just because you've been working out or you've been on a certain diet for a number of weeks, and when you climb on the scale and it just said you are still the same weight as the last time you climbed on it before you starting your diet or going to the gym or exercising. Now, one thing that you need to understand is sometimes it's not because the scale does not recognize your progress. Sometimes it is your body itself reacting to the type of exercise or type of diet or type of training that you get at the gym, where probably what your body is doing is, as you know that you have fats, and then sometimes fats do convert into muscles, and when there's that transition that is happening in your body, and then after a week or a month you climb on the scale and it says, well, still no progress, there's a high possibility that in fact your body is working real hard to burn the fat and convert them into muscle. And that is why when you climb on the scale, it just doesn't move. However, there are different ways of tracking your progress. For me, I usually track my progress with my clothes. This very golf t-shirt that I'm wearing, once upon a time, it was here. Now it is here. Why? Because that's how I track my own weight loss. Because I've noticed something. As a big boy, if you remember how big I was, I climbed on the scale and I realized that, but the scale is not moving. What's going on? Then as I consistently climbed on the scale, that is when, so the more I consistently did my vegan diet and also some exercises, I then realized people were starting to make comments. Some people would take a second take to make sure that they saw me, and some people would actually come to me and say, hey, are you going to the gym? And that's how I knew that I was making progress. And lo and behold, if you're looking at my body right now, you would think that I'm pumping irons when in fact I'm not pumping irons. That is because my body was converting my fat into what looks like muscle. It's not muscles. I know I don't have triceps and biceps and all that yet. However, my body is shaping into what looks like or could be a rugby player type of body type because of the vegan diet and the exercises that I was doing. So sometimes it will be because of that very reason. However, like they say, there are many ways to make coffee. Therefore, nobody has ever said that it's me. So what you can do is track your own progress with other things. Sometimes it's a waist belt. For me, my waist belt needed to have a new hole punched almost every other week. Why? Because my waist was also becoming small. And then, of course, my shirts as well were starting to get loose. Like this very one, it's now kind of like loose around my belly. Why? Because I am now in that progress of losing the fat that I wanted to burn in the first place. So never think that, okay, the scale did not move probably your body is working its butt off to burn this fat and convert it into muscles. So just keep that in the back of your mind and let that motivate you that perhaps my body is doing other things that I am not aware of, but you will start seeing people making comments like, hey, are you going to the gym? Oh my goodness, you look small. Are you going to the gym? Or whatever the case will be, that's how you will know that you are losing the weight. Having said that, the scale will not always tell you how is your progress during your weight loss. Just sometimes I feel like it is okay to cast it aside and just focus on the weight loss itself using whatever method that you are using, whether you are going to the gym, or you have a personal trainer, or you are on a certain diet. In my case, I'm on a vegan diet as of midnight tonight for 90 days, or whatever the case might be. You've got to probably keep away from the scale because it's very easy to get demotivated by the scale and end up quitting. It is also wise for you to take a before picture, and every week you probably take another picture and another picture. Every other week you take another picture until probably you start basically comparing the pictures and seeing if there's any difference that you see in your progress. And definitely you are going to see a difference in your progress. After all, your clothes will tell you that, listen, we are losing this weight. Are you sure you want to lose this weight? And if you are consistently on that diet or on that workout regime or routine or whatever it's called, then you will see it in those pictures. That's a way of tracking your progress as well. If it's not pictures, then keep a video diary on your weight loss, because that also kind of like helps. And sometime when you have lost all the weight after however many months that you have set as a goal, then you can turn it into a YouTube channel and show people what you've done since the first day you started losing weight. And that also helps other people to get motivated to start on this weight loss journey themselves. I guess I have mentioned this while I was talking on this point, was that consistency. Yeah, consistency just keeps creeping up every time I am on camera, because consistency, I am learning that it is part of our lives. It's something that we have to do at all times in all spheres of our lives. That if we are not consistent in something, we are not going to get the results that we want. That also includes work. If you are not consistent with your work, you will get fired. If you're not consistent with your breathing, your heart will stop and you'll die. So consistency also comes into play in this very weight loss thing. If you are not consistent, if you are not going to consistently be going to the gym, you are not going to be consistently being on that diet that you have chosen, or you're not consistent in your 10,000 steps per day, even if there is rain or it's too hot outside or too cold outside, consistency plays a major role when you are losing weight purposely. Also, if you are not going to be doing everything in your power to stay consistent in losing weight, then you should not expect to be losing any kind of kilograms, pounds, stones, or whatever measurement that you call in your country. You have got to stay consistent at every given time during this weight loss season of yours. That also includes your food plan. If you have planned some kind of a food plan, maybe there is a balanced diet or whatever the case might be. I don't know what regimen you'll be using to lose weight. You've got to be consistent in that. If it's vegan diet, then stick to vegan diet. If it's vegetables or plant-based alone, yes, I know vegetarianism and veganism is almost the same. It's just vegetarians do sometimes eat meat or something from an animal. However, by meat, I mean like fish, like white meat, like fish and eggs, that sort of stuff. Vegans don't eat anything from an animal at all. Their diet is plant-based and plant-based only, like grain, seeds, and all that sort of stuff. I think if anything that comes from the sea, it is seaweeds that they will eat. And I've eaten those stuff and child. So with consistency, you cannot expect after a month of starting your vegan diet or any type of diet or gym training or 10 steps that you are suddenly going to see magic on your body. Now suddenly you have lost X amount of weight. No. I am going to speak a little bit on other factors that you need to do in order for you to stay consistent, as I am going in this video. The other thing that is very important for you to do when you are on a weight loss journey is reading up. You've got to read up on things. It's also very important before you start reading up. I think it's important that you visit a dietitian or a nutritionist or a doctor, your own doctor, and say, hey, listen, I am about to embark on this journey of losing weight. What are medical advice that you can give me so that I do not harm my body? That is very important, because that is what I did when I started with my vegan diet. And as I was doing my vegan diet, my protein chart was just concerning for my nutritionist, and I had to eat eggs for about 2 days in order to get my protein chart back on track. So those are the things that you will have to do as well before you start dieting, because, for example, I don't know what other underlying issues that you may have on your body. Maybe it's high blood pressure, maybe diabetes, or whatever the case is. Do not start on anything that might exacerbate your situation. Rather get advice from your doctor and let your doctor guide you through this journey. And secondly, it's also important that you educate yourself about the type of diet that you have that you are going to start on. Do not just jump in and then you find yourself that, oh my goodness, I'm hurting myself here and I'm hurting myself there. I have heard of people who will just drop dead, and yet they were busy at the gym for reasons sometimes nobody knows. I think for me, I always suspected pulmonary embolism. I think that's what it's called, when you have like blood clots because of pumping iron, because of exercises or whatever the case is, and then that pulmonary embolism kind of blocks your lungs, and next thing you drop dead. And people will be like, but this person was going to the gym, why would they? That sort of stuff, it has happened before. So I don't want you to find yourself in a situation like that, because your doctor will be able to tell you, and nutritionist will also tell you, hey, you need to take these blood thinners or eat this sort of food that will also thin your blood so that you do not develop blood clots and things of that nature. So do not just jump into this without first getting advice or reading up and educating yourself. So since I am starting my vegan diet once again, there is something that I am also going to be doing at least twice a week, that will be eating biltong. Biltong is going to be a part of my life for the next 90 days, because this is going to be my protein supply or supplement. And when I asked my nutritionist, it's like, yeah, you can have 1 or 2 of these a day and you should be good to go. So that is what I am going to be doing, because I love biltong anyways. It's something that I always eat at any given time. In fact, on my grocery list, biltong is always there. So this is going to be my protein supply, and also some calories. Another thing about calories, it's very important that you also have some calories in your body. Calories are like fuel. If you run out of fuel in your car, be rest assured that your car is not going anywhere. So same goes to you with your body. If you're not going to have some calories in your body, you will faint during exercises or whatever it is that you'll be doing. Do not starve yourself. Me, I deliberately went on a 3-day diet, a 3-day fasting, because of basic. For me, it's more spiritual than it was for my weight loss and things like that. Every year I do my 3-day fasting. Every January, as a matter of fact, I do my 3-day fasting. So for me, it's not because I'm starving myself because I want to lose weight. No. And as I'm doing this 3-day fasting, I can feel that I'm losing energy. I'm getting headaches. And now and again, I'll have some fainting spells. Basically, I will not faint, but, find myself staggering a little bit. Why? Because I do not have fuel in my body, calories, basically. So even though you need to work out your calories, but you do not basically eradicate the calories in your system. Oh, by the way, I did not make a disclaimer. I'm not doctor, nutritionist, or a dietitian. I'm just telling you my own experience and motivating you if you want to be starting on your weight loss journey in 2023. That these are the motivating words that I have for you. So don't take this as the holy grail. No, I'm no expert at all. I'm also embarking on this. It's just new to me, and I'm just giving you my knowledge, things that I've learned, read, and also asked the experts about. I have said this before that you need to invest in a step. A step is very important to have in your house because it is so good. I never used to think that having that gadget in your house can be so helpful when you are on a journey of weight loss. Exercise, it does cardio, it does absolutely everything, and there are tons of videos on YouTube that you can watch that shows you how to use the step, so you don't have to lose your daily routine when you are doing your 10,000 steps or 5,000 steps. That step can actually help you on a rainy day, hot day, cold day, or whatever the case might be. It keeps you consistent. So ensure that you also intake water, at least 2 liters a day, and that will also assist you with basically pushing you in your weight loss, because water plays a huge component when you are losing weight. You must also remember that you are a human being and you are not perfect. However, you need to strive to be progressive in what you are doing, because at the end of the day, it's progress that you want. You want to see the results of your hard work on the treadmill or on the road when you are jogging or on your diet that you have chosen. It's important that you always set your mind for progress. And it's also very important that you do not strain your body. Start small. Do not now go to the gym and start lifting 10-kilogram weights. You are going to harm your body. Start small. Start with a 1-kilogram dumbbell and work your way up. Start on basically walking on a treadmill. Don't start jogging. Start with what you call these I think they call girly push-ups, where you kneel with your knees on the ground and your hand like this. Gradually you will grow into the heavier, or what it's called a progress overload. If you are just going to do a progress overload immediately, you might harm some parts of your body. You might pull a tissue or something, and then you have a medical problem on your hands. Start small. Do not strain your body. It's very important that if your body says, okay, whoa, then whoa, wait. And then once you have regained your strength, then start again. Don't just push and push and push and push. At the end of the day, the next day, your body is so tight, so painful that you're like, I don't think I can go today. I need to heal. No. Start small, stretch, and make sure that you are okay at the end of the day. The one thing you need to understand about weight loss, it becomes a lifestyle. Do not say, okay, I'm going to lose 2 kilograms today, and once you lost the 2 kilograms, you go back to your old habits. No, it becomes a lifestyle. You sustain. Sustainability is so important. What brings me to the next point, discipline. So with discipline is discipline is the most toughest one when it comes to weight loss. I know this myself, because when I'm not disciplined, I'm demotivated. I'm demotivated to get up and go do my exercises. With me, I don't like exercising in the morning. I like exercising in the evening. I don't know why, but I just find it much more comforting for me to exercise in the afternoon, basically late in the early evening, like 5 going upwards, rather than waking up early in the morning and doing my exercises. But sometimes I will come back from work and I'm like, oh my goodness, now I have to exercise. This is where discipline comes in. When you tell yourself, you know what? Yes, I know I'm from work, I'm tired, but I need to do these exercises. And I'm telling you, once you start on those exercises, that demotivation kind of like goes away. At the end of the exercise, you are like, whoa, I'm so glad that I did it. You will always feel good after you have cast aside that demotivation, that lazy voices say, no, take a break today, take a break today. We'll do it tomorrow. I don't know if you know this song, If Tomorrow Never Comes, because sometimes tomorrow never comes. You will always procrastinate. Tomorrow. Next thing, it's been a month since you were at the gym and you are like, I have to start that all over again. No ways. And then you quit altogether. You've got to be disciplined. There is a difference, by the way, between being disciplined and motivated. Motivation is short-lived, but discipline, it is where you hold yourself accountable, where you say, you know what, I have a reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. If I am not going to go out there and exercise, if I'm not going to stick to my diet, if I'm not going to go to my personal trainer, then I'm just wasting money. And I'm also not going to reach my goal. So discipline is imperative when you are doing a weight loss. And the other thing that discipline does, it helps consistency. When you are consistent, that therefore you are disciplined. And if you are disciplined, you are therefore consistent. You see, they work together. With discipline, it also helps you why you started weight loss to begin with. The interesting thing about motivation, it does dry off. It's like your drive kind of like comes to an end and you're like, not today. It is okay to take a break, but when you take a break, you need to also tell yourself that after taking this 1 day break, the following day, I'm back on it. I'm back on the treadmill. I'm back on the road jogging. I'm back on the road walking and getting my 10,000 steps. I'm back on my diet, because sometimes, you know what, I also do what I call a cheat day or a reward day for being so good, sticking to my diet or my exercises. I think some of you have seen it in my Vlogmas video where I said, hey, you know what, I'm cheating today. It's okay to do that. However, your cheat day must not be every day. It must be for that 1 day, and that's the end. And you go back to being disciplined and consistent. I know that discipline is tough. Discipline is tough in all spheres of our lives. If we were not disciplined, we will not be where we are. We will not probably even be alive today. You will probably not have the job that you have or the promotion that you'll be getting in January or whatever the case might be. You've got to be disciplined. People love disciplined people. They respect disciplined people. And you give yourself self-respect when you are disciplined. And the power of discipline is that it reminds you that you are doing this for yourself and for yourself only. And then we go back to the scale. If you are a person who likes to go up on the scale now and again, this is where discipline plays an even bigger role, where after you have climbed on the scale and the scale says, well, you kind of lost a kilogram or half a kilogram, and yet you thought you've lost 2 or 3 or even 5. What happens thereafter? Are you still going to be disciplined and continue doing what you were doing that made you lose that half a kilogram? So discipline is tough. I must warn you, it's very tough. I know it personally, but because now I have learned the power of discipline, I'm disciplined. So keep pushing, no matter what. Keep pushing, no matter how exhausted you are from work or school or whatever the scenario was during the course of the day for you. Just push, keep pushing, do not quit. As a matter of fact, to use your demotivation into discipline. Moment of weakness will also happen. We are humans after all, but make sure that the moment of weakness does not prolong more than a day, because once it flows onto the next day, be rest assured that you are going to quit, because you would have felt the comfort of relaxing and not going to the gym or not continuing with the diet because you had this amazing juicy steak last night, and now vegan diet is now through the window. So you've got, once again, consistency comes into play and discipline comes to play. Now, the other thing that I also wanted to say earlier was patience. Patience plays a very huge role when you are losing weight. So when you climb on that scale in the beginning and it says, well, you are still the same weight as the last time, you've got to be patient. Be patient and know, like I said earlier on, that your body might be working really, really hard in the background, converting fat into muscles. That is why you haven't yet move the scale needle yet, is because your body is still working on burning this and building the other. So this is where patience comes into play. Like I said, with my own body, if you look at me right now, some people may take me for a rugby player, or sometimes others like, hey, are you building your body? I'm like, no, I'm not being a bodybuilder. Even though I don't look anything like it, just making sure that you understand. But when I am on the streets, somehow they say I have a buff body. Why? Because my fat is now being converted, is still in that progress of being converted into muscles. So patience is extremely important. Once you are patient, you are well on your way to losing weight in 2023. So both patience and discipline all come from here. What you tell yourself about yourself here will translate into your reality. I think we've already spoken about that. So it's very important that you keep a positive mindset when you are losing weight or building muscles, or whatever the case is that you want with your body. You've got to see yourself having achieved that goal. Even though you have not achieved it yet, see yourself having achieved it. Now let's go full circle. Earlier on, I talked about your why. Why are you starting to lose weight? Why do you want to lose weight? Why do you want to build muscles? Why do you want to start on this diet? That why is very important because it is what keeps you motivated. For me personally, the reason why I wanted to lose the fat and look the way I want to look is for health reasons. I think I did share with you that there was a time where when I'm just sitting wide awake, I'll be snoring. I would snore while I'm awake. Like, what is that about? And I'm in a meeting and here I am snoring. So I wanted that to stop. I also wanted to look good in my clothes once again. I also wanted to feel better whenever I'm passing a reflection of myself on a building or a mirror or a car window, that sort of stuff. I want to feel better about myself. It's not for vanity for me because I am not trying to attract anybody. All I'm doing this is so that I feel healthy and that when I climb a flight of stairs, I do not pant like a dog. Also, when I took a short run, I do not feel pain and heat on my chest and my throat and on my lips. I just want to feel normal. That is why I am losing the weight that I'm losing. So I don't know what is your why. Probably your why is because you want to fit in a pair of jeans, or probably you want to fit in your wedding gown if you are getting married at some point, or your wedding suit if you are going to be married sometime soon, or maybe because your society, or because of societal pressure. Instagram, for example, you're seeing a lot of people with a certain body type and you're like, no, why don't I have it? And then you get pressurized to start losing weight. I hope that's not the reason. I hope your reason is valid and your reason it is sound. It is not because of some sort of pressure, either from society or from your family or from your partner, who probably threatened you that they will leave you if you do not lose weight. I hope that's not the reason. However, the reason must always be about you and you alone. And do not accept or hear other sounds that are coming from outside of your own mind. Do not listen to anybody. Just pay attention to yourself and tell yourself that this is my goal and this is how I want to feel, look, and things of that nature. Otherwise, if you are doing this for society or you're doing this for anybody else, you are not going to be happy. And there is nothing more painful than being on a journey of any kind for other people. And the other thing for me, I like to fit in stores that I like to buy in. For example, Zara clothes don't fit me. They just don't. But their shoes do. So I want to lose my body fat so that I can fit into some Zara clothes, some Zara jeans and pair of pants that I may like when I go into that store. So probably that's also one of my reasons why I'm losing weight. Again, it's not for vanity at all. It's for me. We all have different types of whys. And it's also okay for you to change your why. Maybe your why was to get married and look good on your wedding day, and then you fell pregnant, and now your why changed, and after the giving birth to your baby, then you want to go back to your body. Probably that's your why. It's okay. Like I said, there are so many things that happen on a daily basis to us, and those things may change our why we want to lose weight. So you need to have an understanding of your why, and you also need to be flexible with your why so that you do not box yourself in, and then when it is maybe circumstances change and you're like, okay, now what do I do? And then you end up quitting altogether, and then you go back to that body that you no longer wanted to have. Finally, never forget to be thankful for the body you have. You only have that one body. There's no extra one. So it's important, whether you are big or whether you are buff or you are skinny or whatever the case is, be thankful that you have your body. Why? Because you love yourself. Self-love, you can never get it anywhere else but from yourself. You make it easy for people to love you when you love yourself. So that is basically what I'm trying to say here. Be thankful for the body that you have, for your body. I'm not talking about the body type, for you having a body and that it is there's life in it. Be thankful for that. So don't quit. Quitting is not an option and should not be an option in your vocabulary. All you have to do is push. Make sure that you remember to be consistent and disciplined and patient. These three elements, they will assist you or motivate you to continue pushing in losing weight or building muscles or whatever the case might be. So I would like to know in the comment section, what is your why? Why do you want to lose weight? Why do you want to build muscles? Why do you want to, whatever it is that you want to do in 2023, please, I would like to hear and engage with you. I love hearing from you guys and I love responding to your comments. So if you like this video, give it a like. Also subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed yet, and don't forget to click the bell notification so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. And please do share this video far and wide. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time with a new video. Goodbye.